Yeah. Hey. Well, yeah. Goonies never say die. You know what time it is. We got horror suspense. Listen, Kevin Trav digging in the bin. Dirty Dancing in Encino Man. You never know what you'll find in Uncle Doug's bin. What's in the bin? Yeah, Uncle Doug's bin. He's got all these flicks from way back when. Marty McFly in the DeLorean. Gotta love the cage and whatever he's in. Face off Snake Guys, you know it's a win. What's in the bin? Yeah, Uncle Doug's bin. What's in the bin? Yeah, Uncle Doug's bin. What's in the bin? Yeah, Uncle Doug's bin. What's in the bin? Yeah, let's begin.
Welcome to Uncle Doug's DVD Bin, the podcast where we take your favorite movies, give you the facts, tell you the plot, and there might even be a few jokes along the way. I'm your host, Travis.
I'm your host, Kevin. And man, Travis, I'm glad that you seem to be finally, after a good bit of time, getting to be in a little bit better of a mood. Getting back in the Uncle Doug, where you even said the name of the podcast, and I just have to think it's because, I don't know, maybe it's just because Uncle Doug mailed me. For some reason, he mailed it to my P.O. box instead of doing the whole DVD bin thing, but mailed us a pretty great movie that had Patrick Swayze in it. Like, is that really, to my P.O. box, mind you, weird, instead of my house. But anyway, yeah, that had Patrick Swayze in it, so maybe that's lifting your spirits, right, bud?
You said good movie, but it did have Patrick Swayze in it, and that's a point that I can't argue.
Right.
However, I realized something, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I realized something.
Okay.
I realized that, hey, this is a podcast that you and I do. I enjoy the podcast.
Aw.
I can separate the podcast from the man. I can enjoy this. I don't have to enjoy Doug. I was softening up a little bit over the last few times that we've gotten together for some DVD bin, and you've been convincing me. I've been kind of like, all right, maybe time has passed. Maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
Then I watch this. Okay.
Oh.
There's the crescendo. I mean, not to spoil our own podcast, but there's a bus full of snakes.
Okay.
It gave me PTSD, and I was like, oh, this is why he wants us to watch. He wants to remind me. He wants to remind me of the situation. So then I'm back to no thanks to stiff arm and Doug. I'm in love with the podcast, but Doug, I just can't.
No, I'm sure that snake thing, Doug's in a dark place, and he probably he's probably forgotten that he put snakes in your house. Like, he just was trying to send a movie that had Patrick Swayze because he knows we liked him Patrick Swayze movies. I'm sure that's what it was.
You don't forget putting 7 snakes for rubber in a man's house. You don't forget that. That's not a thing you forget. I'm sorry.
Doug,
Until I hear it from him. I need him to tell me that he's sorry. Okay. That's what I need.
Okay.
And I need him to stop sending me DVDs that have scenes with snake buses.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Okay, all right. That's fair. And I did warn you. Now, I have seen this movie a lot, all right? And I did warn you before we watched it that there was quite a bit of snake in it. There was you would think there's going to be X amount of snake, but there was
I thought
X
it was going to be
squared.
Patrick Swayze's bulge. That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I didn't think
I did wink when I said it, so I guess that was misleading.
That's what did it.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Well, look, man, Travis, I'm gonna tell you, I watched this movie a lot as a kid. Okay, and I know that's weird, but as I've mentioned on this podcast before, my mom had like a low-key, not even a low-key, like just a full-on obsession with Patrick Swayze. So we owned, I don't know, in our house, maybe 15 VHS tapes, and you just watched them over and over again, and this was one of the VHS taped off of, television with commercials in it.
Oh, okay. You didn't even have the outright VHS box, like the Blockbuster. You didn't have it. You had... it was scrawled inside of a sleeve next to Ken.
That's right. This was on tape. This was taped on tape,
I love that. Go with the commercials.
With the commercials, yeah. I wonder if I still have that. I have some of my VHS tapes from when I was a young person, so I need to maybe see if I can scratch those out. But watch this one a lot for sure. And I got obsessed. And I still to this day have a problem with this movie. Not necessarily being obsessed with the movie, but being obsessed with Liam Neeson's accent in this movie.
It's the worst, dude. It's the worst.
It's for me. It's like a lot of people. They'll point to bad accents in movie, and a lot of times it's like, English actors trying to do an Appalachian accent or a Southern accent. It just sounds weird. But man, does Liam Neeson's accent just something about it I love. And there's a line in here. Anytime he says, and I quote, because I actually took the time to write this down as I was going through, I can go out and take a piss on it in the middle of the night if I want to. And anytime...
He just sounds like Forrest Gump in a hurry. That's what he sounds like.
Anytime, ownership comes up of any type of thing, all I can think of is, I can take a piss on it if I want to. And it always makes me smile. So, and that's, what is this? Almost 40 years since this movie came out, and I'm still chuckling about it. So come on, man, come on.
Worst accents, dude. Literally, three brothers in this movie, played by Bill Paxton, Patrick Swayze,
right.
and Liam Neeson, and they just a spectrum of bad Southern accents. With Swayze getting the closest,
right? He
just sort of has like a natural draw to him anyway.
But
Texas,
the other two,
isn't he? Yeah, the other two are like. It's hillbilly exploitation is what it is. And I don't care for it.
I totally disagree. This movie, especially when he goes home to Kentucky and Appalachia, it just reminds me of places that I grew up in.
Sure. Which is what I hated. They didn't sound like the people I knew. It was
no, not the fancy Hollywood types, but the sets, the locations. It just landed for me, man. I don't know, but speaking of Travis, have you ever tried to take a piss on it if you want to?
I might try.
Okay,
that is a good way to claim ownership. I know that's I've watched Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
I know how you're supposed to pee around your camp.
Yeah, no, Kevin Costner. That's what he won that Oscar for. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, Travis.
Yeah. So I'm all the time peeing all around.
Well, I'm glad that the varying accents of the Gates brothers in Next to Kin has calmed down your anger over Doug and Trish. I'm just glad that it's sort of helped to soothe that a little bit, and that things have calmed down with the whole Trish situation. That is good.
She's off my back. I haven't heard from her in a hot minute, which is great. Great news for me. I can get back to popsicling freely and without worry.
Well, fair enough. So you didn't get that postcard from Dollywood from her?
No, I didn't want to.
I just listen. I think you probably ought to talk about it, Travis. I know you're trying to bury it down, but I tried to give you, an opportunity to just, you got to get this stuff out in the open, man. It's just going to keep festering. It's just what they told me about that boil that I had on my leg. It's just going to keep festering if you don't open it up.
Well, she's Dollywood. You started to warm up. All the rednecks come down out of the mountains. They go down to Mecca.
Yep.
Try to get on the ride and get some apple cider. Maybe hit some moonshine up at Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah.
I don't blame them. But what I didn't want was a postcard with Trish and her new man. Now, she has good taste in postcards. This was a Dale Earnhardt. It was sepia toned. And it said, "Remember the legend." And I was like, oh, shit. This is nice. Kevin sent this?
Yeah.
But then on the back, it said, "I just want you to know Clark's bigger than you and Doug put together."
Oh.
Signed, Trish.
So he's tall. He's a tall guy.
I'm wondering, because Trish's never seen my thing, Kev. She's never seen it. She doesn't see.
Well,
she has no reference point.
Listen, I'm not trying to devolve into just dirty talk on this podcast, but
unless she put cameras up in Doug's bathroom, I wouldn't have
put it past her. Frankly, he's got so many holes in the wall. You just slide one right in there. It wouldn't have been that big a deal.
And I told you that one time I went to the Waffle House. She did not show up. So I'm trying to be honest. She ain't ever seen it. Okay. So I don't know why she'd say that. But what I'm getting is that...
Well, no, maybe, like I said, maybe he's just taller.
Either that or Clark's got a danger.
Yeah, well, maybe it's just so cumbersome You know,
Cumbersome.
he does have that.
It's just a burden.
He has that stoop.
Just a burdensome dick.
He's just Travis. Come on, man. He's cuckoos already, but he's got that stoop when he walks. You know, I thought it was from putting tires on down at the station all them years, but I guess it could just be gravity. You know,
Could be.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that, Travis. But hey, you know what? Maybe that's
It's
it.
a good looking postcard.
You get a good
I pinned it
postcard.
to the wall. Earnhardt out, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't put the message.
Yeah, no,
facing
that's
it.
good. Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, R.I.P. number 3. Well, Next to Kin was released on October 20th of 1989. Director John Irvin, who actually directed Hamburger Hill as well. Writer Michael Jennings. Stars, buddy. Like, I would tell you this cast, and you'd be like, this thing had to have won an Oscar, you know, back in 89. Oddly enough, it didn't. We have Patrick Swayze, Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, Ben Stiller, Liam Neeson, and Adam Baldwin.
Yeah.
That's a cast.
And what's that one guy's name? Pollard. The guy that
played Buffalo Bill.
Did he? No, the guy who he's outside the bus, giddy about the stakes. He pops up a few times. He's kind of a hapless
very like character actor
character.
sort of guy.
Yeah. That guy cracked me up a lot. He's probably the best part of the movie. But no, you're right. I'm glad that you included the leading lady in here. You usually don't, so I can see Haley's initiatives are starting to pay off.
No,
but yeah, Helen Hunt in this.
No, I had to have a Zoom call with her about that earlier. So you know, we worked on that and got that sorted out. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, man. Hey, anytime you get Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton together, you're in for a storm of a time. I tell you, it was a good time.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
Twister reference.
Yeah, I just forget like how far back Helen Hunt's career as far as a movie star or actor goes. Like I think of her as like, you know, Mad About You.
Mad About
You. What was the one with?
I randomly watched a late 80s horror movie, and it was called Trancers, and she was in that. And I was like, this is like low budget schlock, random Helen Hunt sighting.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Or Twister.
She's been,
Twister.
I made a Twister reference a second ago. You didn't seem to didn't phase you at all.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of that Jack Nicholson movie, and you weren't helping, and it just sort of irritated me. You know, you could have just. What's the one with the Helen? As Good as It Gets. As Good as It Gets, Travis.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's as good as it
Yeah,
gets.
it's as good as it's gonna get, pretty much. As far as her career too, I think that was as good as it gets. Well, I don't know. I like Twister better. I think Twister's
good.
Awesome.
It holds up.
Movie. That's got
Put that
Bill
in the bin.
Paxton in it too.
I said that earlier. That was the thing I said earlier.
What did you do a whole podcast before I started listening to you? Why don't you just tell me everything you said?
I literally said Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. You get those together, you have a storm of a time. And you were like,
oh my
yeah.
God! I thought you were okay. All right, so it wasn't in exactly the same context.
I still said it. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep going.
Okay, all right.
It's got those people in it. Those people are great. It's a great cast.
Fair enough, man. Well, hey, listen, I'm sorry I didn't listen closely to everything you said about Helen Hunt, but I want you to know that I always value it, okay? I just, just didn't get there. All right, well, you know what I also value? Your boyish charm, and, you don't exactly have dimples, but, like, your soul shines through your cheeks a little bit, you know? Like, it's just you have this... I
think it's bacon grease.
Yeah, no, it's Crisco. Yeah, I know you. It's part of your skincare routine, and every man should have a good skincare routine. But what also I really appreciate about you, Travis, is that 6 degrees of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right, well, we're coming here out of the gate. I wanted to know, can you get Jim Varney connected to Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, probably.
And you know, if you squint hard enough from far enough away, they kind of look related. Chew on that. But Jim Varney was a voice in an animated film that I've never heard of called Annabelle's Wish from 1997. It sounds like it'd be sad, like somebody's cat dies. Annabelle's Wish? I don't know. Not for me, but he voiced a character alongside Randy Travis. Yes, of Digging Up Bones fame. Correct, yes. Nice. Randy Travis, country music singer. Now, Randy Travis was in a movie called Black Dog in 1998 with Patrick Swayze.
Nice.
So Jim Varney to Swayze through Randy Travis.
Dude, that's pretty good. And actually, you get bonus points because Randy Travis was my mother's other crush growing up. She just loved her some Randy Travis. Also, have you seen Black Dog? It's got Meatloaf in it, too, I think. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty good action movie.
I have not seen it. It's got to be one of your mom's favorites. It has both Randy Travis and Patrick Swayze.
That was past Swayze era. Like, she liked that prime 1980s, early 90s Swayze. Like,
who did she move on to after that? Who was her crush after Swayze?
I don't think she watches movies anymore.
Mel Gibson. A lot of women went with Gibson.
I thought a lot of them went to Russell Crowe. I thought Russell Crowe was, kind of the 90s heartthrob. But no, I'll have to ask her. But I'm pretty sure no one is the answer.
She dried up. All right. Yeah. Better off keeping your mouth shut is our next category. We got
that feels like that's directed at me, Travis.
No. Stay tuned here. Better off keeping your mouth shut. We got Bill Burge. You remember him from last episode there, Kevin.
I do.
Ernest Goes to Jail. Bill Burge, a little guy. He's funny.
Oh.
Doesn't talk very much.
Oh, yeah.
Now, of course, he's in a lot of Ernest movies. He was in Ernest Goes to School with the one Will Sasso, that sassy bastard from Mad TV. Very funny guy. Will Sasso was in a movie that looks terrible, and I can't wait to watch it, just called Dawg. D-A-W-G. For those of you at home. 2002 vehicle with Alex Borstein, also of Mad TV fame, also of Lois Griffith fame. And this was a two-connector, because these were pretty far apart. Alex Borstein was in A Million Ways to Die in the West with Liam Neeson. So Neeson, who should have kept his mouth shut in this movie, because every time he opened it, it made me throw up. And Bill Burge, who kept his mouth shut on purpose.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Travis. That was clever.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you went like around the block to get that cleverness too, man. I really appreciated that.
Well, I'm unemployed. And then we got the bad guys connection.
With that sort of initiative and inventiveness and just downright stick-to-itiveness, I can't imagine why you would be unemployed. Like, they should be I'm snapping you up out of that job market like the last lifeboat on the Titanic or even the Lusitania.
Oh, yeah, either one. Yep.
Were there
bad
lifeboats on
connection.
The Lusitania?
They might have started putting lifeboats after the Lusitania.
Okay.
They might have been like, you know what we need? Lifeboats.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll put 8 on the Titanic, just in case. Now, bad guys connection. You remember Jim Varney in the last movie, right? He played Nash.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah,
you remember that, right? Yeah. He was a bad guy.
Did he also play Ernest in that one, or was that somebody else?
He did.
Okay.
No, he did. Okay. He played both. He was Nash. Now, he did a voice in Toy Story, as we all know. Jim Varney did. Alongside R. Lee Ermey. Love R. Lee Ermey. Of course, he was in Full Metal Jacket with Adam Baldwin. Adam Baldwin, the bad guy in this movie. Jim Varney to Adam Baldwin through R. Lee Ermey. Who doesn't love it? Kevin. Quit Googling and love it.
Man,
love it.
No, that's amazing. No, I had to Google whether the Lusitania had lifeboats, and it did.
Did it? It did.
Yeah, I really appreciated that.
It was like, what, 2 years before the Titanic?
Yeah, probably. I've stopped Googling it now, so I don't...
Yeah, stop Googling. Don't open it back up.
Really know.
No more Googling.
I'll tell you what, though. That last 6 Degrees of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt was really good. Nice job, Travis.
Wasn't
I
what
really
happened.
think
but
you
I do
did
have
a great job.
I do have one more.
Oh, you got one more? Okay. You went for 4 this time. All right.
Yeah, we're looking at the same sheet. Leading lady connection. Because I like to give the leading ladies a little love since Kevin won't. Now we got Barbara Tyson.
Whoa. Hold on a minute here now. I will give some leading ladies a little bit of love, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's why we... That's
okay, why I had to have the Zoom call. Jeez, I know. Listen, I'm trying to work on it, all right?
It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Barbara Tyson. You remember her from the last movie. She was Charlotte.
Owns the chicken company.
Nope. She's Charlotte. And it's also not Mike Tyson's mother. Quit trying to come up with it. Barbara Tyson. Oh. She worked at the bank with Ernest, right?
Oh, okay.
Ernest had the hots for her. She was in a movie called Pacific Heights, 1990. Looks pretty good. Michael Keaton. Looks like a good thriller.
Oh, okay.
With Laurie Metcalf, who played Roseanne's sister. Roseanne, remember her? Laurie Metcalf, right?
She's still on the Connors, right?
Yeah, and she kind of reminds me of what's his name? This isn't great for TV. Joan Cusack. She reminds me of Joan Cusack.
Oh. Yeah, I can see
Laurie
that.
Metcalf was also in Miles from Home in 1988. Looks terrible with Helen Hunt. So Barbara Tyson to Helen Hunt through Laurie Metcalf. What's not to love? We've done it.
That was a storm of a good 6 Degrees of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You really...
I did 4 because I thought they were all weak.
No, they were good. Like,
Thanks.
I like to give you grief, but you've been just doing a great job with these, man,
Thanks. Yeah, I need the pat on the back and a job. But let's get into the preview review, shall we? Now, people love it, they don't love it, they hate it. It's all over the board. I will say this. I'll say this on Letterboxd. Not a lot of people voicing their admiration or concerns with this movie. It was it had a very low count of comments to choose from in total.
I think we're the first
so it might
people
be,
to talk
a movie
about
that hasn't been watched a ton, surprisingly, given all the star power.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we're probably the first people in the last decade to have a real conversation about this movie. So
it's true.
Just
it's true.
If
and
you're
for good
listening
reason,
to this episode, go ahead and just tune out now.
Please. Now, people who love it. We got one Tits McGee 23.
Okay.
Lovely name. This is from
God.
what? What's wrong with it?
No, it's just terrible. It's a terrible name.
It's an Irish name.
Is that because
McGee?
there's an MC at the beginning? Is that why you're
McGee?
Yeah, no. Okay.
April of 2024. About a year ago. This movie had more third-gen Camaro pornography than any other movie I have ever seen. Truly the greatest film in cinema history.
Dude, they are not wrong. Like that third gen, I think it is a third gen Camaro. They're probably right about that. Is pretty sweet. That was like the Camaro that I grew up as a young man, like lusting after. I was like, not necessarily that color. Like it's like a kind of a steel gray bluish color. It's not real great, but man, I thought that was a cool car back in the day, dude.
Look pretty good.
It's Patrick Swayze drives it too. So not only is he married to Helen Hunt, can play the violin, can throw the smack down on some fools. He's also got a sweet car. Like, what does he not do?
Good with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, well, until he moved to the city and forgot everything.
Yeah, that is true. We got a 5-star here from Stephen Matt. That's 2 first names, bud. You can't have them all.
Nope.
From September of 2024, simply says, "My grandpa's in this movie." 5 stars.
Who do you think his grandpa was in the movie?
I don't know. Is there an actor with the last name Matt?
Yeah. Clarence Matt.
Well, that was his grandpa.
Yeah,
that's his guy's grandpa.
Oh,
Clarence Matt.
He was good in that scene.
Yeah, I thought so. He was an extra.
Very tall.
Yep. And then people who are meh on it. We got Alan Cohen. Look him up on LinkedIn, April of 2023. I like this one a lot, Kev. Check this out. You wait for this. Deep breath. Let's all pause. Take a deep breath. Because it's just a one-word. It's just a one-word review.
Can I breathe, or just want to keep holding it?
Oh, hold on. You'll let it escape. Goodfellas. Isn't it good?
Instead of wise guys, it's just smart asses.
Yeah, I like that. Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. That's good. I love it, man. No,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
You pulled a good one there, buddy.
Oh, thanks. All right. Then Kyle G swoops in. All right. Kyle G.
Okay.
It's Kyle Gass. This is Jack Black's cohort.
Oh, wow.
This is from July of 2020. 3 stars. There are so many glorious possibilities behind the idea of Patrick Swayze, Bill Paxton, and Liam Neeson playing hillbilly brothers, and this film squanders nearly all of them.
Really? Come on.
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, there's some good stuff. What about that scene in Liam Neeson, Gerald Gates's trailer, where he's got the deer head in the refrigerator, and they have a couple of beers. That's pretty good. That's real down home. I like that.
Okay, good. Then we got a 1 star from C Sharp 100. April. This is a big April movie. A lot of people watching it in April.
No, it's
like
it's a springtime movie. Like it's a springtime.
Feels like
movie.
it, doesn't
it?
Yeah. You just kind of want to cozy up to your next of kin. You know what I mean? This is from 2021. 1 star. This movie is super cheesy, but if you could find a way to make a drinking game out of it, it might be more entertaining.
Oh, I've got the drinking game. It's easy.
Every time Liam Neeson opens his mouth.
No, I was gonna say every time Yes, but in a different way. I'm going to frame it in a different way. Every time you cringe from Liam Neeson saying something, you take a drink. So
Yes.
basically works out to be the same thing, just a little bit different framing. Makes you sound like less of an alcoholic, I guess.
You'd be dead before the graveyard scene, but it'd be fun. All right, then we got one last one here in our preview reviews. This is from a one Tsunami Ijho. Tsunami J-Ho. Okay. This is from August of 2020. 1.5 star.
Okay.
Damn, this was cheesy. Didn't remember it being this bad. The ending was so ridiculous it was hilarious. There are other unintentionally funny moments scattered throughout, and the amount of fake accents on display is impressive. Too bad Paxton didn't have more screen time.
Okay, yeah.
It's true.
I agree with that. I would have liked more Paxton. I would have liked probably, I mean, look, this isn't a perfect movie. I like it. I think in fact, I think I commented whilst we were watching, I said, man, this is badass. You know, I said that. But if I were criticizing this movie, I would say, like, it's an action movie. There needs to be some more action in here. You know, they got the big shootout at the end, which is pretty fun. But, like, you could have had some more action in this movie.
They had some really good fight scenes. I thought they were pretty well choreographed and looked good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Man, all right, Travis, is that all we got for those preview reviews?
That's all I've got, bud.
Okay, well, I've got one for you.
Oh shit!
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do nothing. I didn't help out. I've just been hanging out watching Patrick Swayze movies, man. It's just how I get it done.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump in on that plot now. We start right off. We got a little mouth harp and some fiddle music and a nice Appalachian scene. You know, you got a little road going through a mountain, some homes that maybe have seen a little bit of weathering. You know, and we get our title card, next of kin. Now, if I'm describing it, it's just it's a font with a red line under it. They did capitalize in the right places, I suppose. So that's pretty good.
It's all capitals.
It's all, well, like the N and the K are a little larger, so they're like,
sure,
they're extra capital letters, I guess. So what are you coming in on this one?
1.
A 1. So you're just giving it just did a title card. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give it a 2.5, and I'll tell you why. It kind of reminds me of an opening of a Ken Burns documentary.
Honestly, yeah.
I just sort of like that. So it gets a 2.5 from me. But we don't get much of Appalachia. Also, I just want to comment on the hilarity of Ben Stiller being cast in this movie as like a young mobster. Is just, I don't know, every time I see him in a scene, it's hysterical to me. There's a lot.
The casting's all weird. Ben Stiller, and then I've been harping on it, but Liam Neeson is kind of magnetic in this movie, but like I wouldn't have cast him as a redneck brother.
They did try to like make him speak a little less, so I think, you know, he's supposed to be the strong silent type a little bit, but like I do think they had to have realized, like, man, that accent is, but like it's an 80s movie, like who cares?
There are like a couple lines he hits okay, but there's most of the ones that are bad just have stuck with me all day.
Like you're ashamed that you heard them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to tell anybody about it.
I'm mad for the people the last 30 years who have watched this movie from other areas and have been like, man, they all talk like that.
That's what they sound like. That's kind of the way I felt with Tom Hardy's accent in the movie where he played the moonshiner. What was
Lawless or something?
Yeah, with Shia LaBeouf.
I like that movie. It was pretty good.
No, it's a good movie. I enjoy the movie, but like Tom Hardy's accent in that sounds like he's somewhere between a stroke victim and a Cajun. Like it's just.
That's how he sounded when he was Bane.
Yeah, but like breathing through a vacuum is kind of what you do with that. But anyway, his accent is like still 1,000 times better than Liam Neeson's in this. Well, we get this little opening scene of Appalachia, just a little still shot, and then we cut away to the gritty, grimy, dirty city of Chicago. No offense if you're from Chicago. But
I love it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I mean, come on, man. You talking about the Cubs and deep dish pizza. What's not to like? But
the Cubs.
Okay, well, I just pulled a Chicago rep. Fine. All right, whatever.
So you pulled one out because you don't really love it. You're putting on. I actually like it.
Well, no, I've been to Chicago. I had a good time when I was there. Everybody's really nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
It is a nice place. Yeah.
And I mean, I went to a Cubs game, and it was fun. It was a fun time. Why do you hate the Cubs?
Boo! White Sox. It's my team. And the only thing that we have left in this world is hating the Cubs.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, hey, White Sox are in Chicago too, right? So
Thank you.
That's great. I just didn't think about them because they're terrible.
Shut up.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, anyway, it's the gritty city. It's pouring down rain, and two cops are outside of what appears to be kind of a seedy motel / bar situation, and they've been
Jizz
called...
rags on the dash of their cruiser.
I just assume that's from eating greasy, takeout food.
Sure it is.
Okay, maybe they were giving each other a wank. I don't know.
Look how much there are. There's so many.
There are snacks on top of the rags. Okay, there's a croissant or something. There's clearly a baked good. All right, they've been eating.
What do you think he put it? They had sex with a donut and then put the aftermath on the dashboard.
Okay.
Kev, I ain't trying to be gross. I'm telling you what happened.
Okay, you're in a place, Travis, and I understand where you are. It's all right.
I'm trying to make this movie fun.
Can't you just rely on the greatness of this cinema? Anyway,
Fine.
They're waiting outside. Apparently, a crime has been committed inside that involves a hillbilly, redneck type character, and they're waiting for Truman Gates, Patrick Swayze's character, to show up because these are his people. He can go in there and he can talk the talk and walk the walk with them. So he shows.
I thought he was going to walk in there and be like, "Which one of you sons of bitches gave me this haircut?"
Yeah, you know what this does? I will say you're right about that because he has his beautiful feathered mullet in this, and some bozo, hair and makeup costume person tried to feather it, chain it down, and make it a little stupid ponytail. No, man,
it's dumb looking.
You don't do that to Patrick Swayze's mullet. It's awful. But anyway, we'll put his mullet to the side for just a moment because he comes in and he talks to the bartender, and it turns out that a fella got into a little bit of an altercation with some guys that apparently were messing around with his girl or something like that. But nobody's dead. I don't think. I think he just did some light assault, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
And then he headed up. This was in the bar area, and so then he headed up to his sort of flop house kind of motel room that's upstairs. And Swayze is going to head up there and try to talk the guy down because he knows he's armed. He knows he's a hill folk. Not only is he gonna have eyes, he's gonna have guns. And
yeah. It really connects with him, too, this fella. I mean, all you got to name is 2 or 3 places another guy from Appalachian's heard of, and we're best friends.
Yeah, but if somebody rolls up to you, Travis, and like, hey, you know where Chill Howie is? You gonna be like,
oh, yeah. And I'm putting my guns down and leaning back hell yeah. Yeah, down there beside Lick Skillet, out that way, near Scratch Gravel. Yeah.
My daddy's folks from up that way.
Up that way.
Did you know Carl? He used to run the knee-high machine
Carl,
over there. The knee-high, the soda
small
water
Carl,
machines.
Oh, small Carl, yeah.
Yeah, small Carl. Yeah, they used to call him SC.
Yep.
Anyway, that's essentially what we're getting at. So they have a little bit of bonding, and Patrick Swayze is able to talk down the angry redneck with the shotgun, who I also think is the actor that plays Buffalo Bill, though I didn't bother to look that up.
Oh, I think you're right. Just by looking at this face currently that no one else can see but me, yeah, I believe so.
They do. I like this scene a little bit, though, because, they kind of talk about back home, and, the guy was a miner, and they start talking about ghosts, and, the guy's like, I believe in ghosts, I kind of saw some up in the holler, and Patrick Swayze kind of uses that as a way to calm down. He's like, hey, man, why don't just you and me, 2 people from the hills, we walk out of here, because, man, this ain't no kind of place to leave a ghost. And he's right. I would not want to leave my ghost in Chicago.
I didn't even know I had one.
No, you do. You got 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll take them with me everywhere I go. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing Patrick Swayze is a good man of his word. Nothing bad's going to happen to this guy on the way out.
Well, put a pin in that. And then immediately take it out because Patrick Swayze's leading him outside to be arrested, and he immediately gets assaulted by another officer that's there. because apparently just ostensibly this guy hates rednecks for some reason. Like he just hates him and starts hitting him. And Patrick Swayze,
We're a persecuted bunch, Kev.
we are, yeah. When you're looking at
People color us all in a bad light. We're not all dumb and mean. Some of us are, sure, but not all of us. Some of us are upstanding Christian folk, or close enough.
Well, that's one of the things I like about this movie. It shows Appalachian people in a good light. We show up and fight criminals with crossbows. Like we're useful people. This is basically Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead about 40 years earlier.
Yeah.
That's
true.
Except those were zombies and not mobs. Anyway, it wasn't a good analogy, but there's crossbows. But as he's walking out, he gets slapped by another officer, and then Truman Gates, true to his word, like choke slams the other officer, his coworker,
he does.
Over the hood of a car. He says, "You touch him again, I'll kill you." You're like, whoa. Wow.
Easy.
They're going to be
easy.
I'll tell you what, if I did that here at this podcast, I'd have to do more than a Zoom with Haley. I'd
probably you'd have to
counseling sessions.
What else would counseling sessions, yeah.
How would you feel if I choke slammed you across a car hood?
I'd feel choke slammed.
Well, I mean like emotionally. I don't mean like actual physically.
Oh. I'd be a little upset.
You'd be just a little bit. You'd be like, Kev's just having a bad day.
Like I didn't ask for that.
What if you asked for
need
it?
That.
Then would it be okay?
If as long as it was nice and strong. If it was like a weak one, I'd be so mad.
No.
I'd be like, you sacrificed my back for a little weak ass choke slam.
No, I'd go full Undertaker. Like I'd roll my eyes back a little bit and put you over the
murder me. That's what I want.
So don't half do it. Like just do it all the way. I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
don't waste my time if I can deliver.
By the way, the guy's name's Willie. They get slammed,
right,
or gets slapped and then gets saved by Truman. Well, we jump to the next day after Willie, I assume, has gone to jail or whatever. And Truman pulls up to his brother's work. His brother is played by Bill Paxton. Brother Gerald. This is Gerald. Yep.
Gerald.
Yep. So this is Gerald Gates. He pulls up to Gerald Gates's work and starts harassing him a little bit, joking with him, like you do with your brother. And Gerald does something with cigarettes. From what I can tell, he just loads cigarette machines and drives them around town.
Yeah. That's it. That used to be a trade back in the day, man. You used to be the cigarette guy, the Marlboro man.
The Surgeon General has taken so much from us.
Taking a lot of jobs.
Taking a lot of gerbs. Well, Truman gives Gerald a little bit of grief for missing dinner that he was supposed to come by for dinner with him and his wife, Jessie, played by Helen Hunt. And they have a little bit of talk about Truman wants Gerald to stay in Chicago. He thinks there's more opportunity. And Gerald, he just wants to earn enough money to go back home. Travis.
I'll go back home, man. I want to go home with Briar.
Spelled Hoymme. And I'm glad that you mentioned Briar. That is the other brother played by Liam Neeson, who also wants Gerald to come back home. So there's a little bit of
they call him Briar because it sounds like he's got a mouth full of them.
It's going to give him canker sores like nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's basically setting up that family dynamic. There's a little bit of rift between the brothers as to what Gerald is going to do.
He does this like terrible analogy where he's like, man, I feel like a little country between two big countries, and the two big countries are fighting, and I'm a little country in the middle, and I don't like it. I want to be a big country, and y'all two big countries.
I mean,
I was like, that's terrible. Who wrote this? Terrible.
No, dude, I think that's a pretty good analogy. Like, I mean, considering he's only got a 7th grade education, like, cut him a break. He's talking about geopolitical, happenings and whatnot with a 7th grade education. You got a PhD and you can't even spell tariff.
T-E-R.
Yep, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. Well, anyway, we also meet Bobby, I think is his name. Maybe it's Danny. I can't remember. His coworker. Gerald's coworker, who's going to be relevant later and who comes up later in my notes.
But, Danny Bobby. Yeah, he's good.
Danny Bobby. Probably neither one of those names is his name, but pretty close. Well, we cut away, and Truman goes to a violin performance of his lovely wife, played by Helen Hunt, Jessie Gates, who is very clearly not playing the violin in her hands.
What?
Yeah,
what?
I know.
Are you sure?
Also,
that looked good to me.
You know what? the whale in Free Willy wasn't always real, Travis.
That is not true.
The violin playing in the whale. Think about it, man. Well, there's a little bit of a reception afterwards, and they just kind of, I don't know. We just get established their relationship dynamic a little bit. There's nothing of real consequence to the plot that happens here. A little smooch or do and a little I'll see you at home, wink, wink. Well, we're going to cut to the Italian restaurant with clearly Italian people. They are just leaning into every Italian stereotype that they could possibly find here, including the mob stereotype. We find out that it's a special occasion for Papa John. Now, he's sort of the head of this...
of Papa John's. He makes the pizzas.
He makes pizza, but he also makes violence and crime. Because he's
just like Papa John.
Just like the real Papa John. Exactly. What do you think that sausage is made out of? You don't want to ask too many questions, do you? But he is introducing his son, played by Ben Stiller, Lawrence, to the... it's his son from his first marriage. His wife died, by the way. In case you're wondering, we get all that backstory. To Adam Baldwin's Joey Rossellini. And he wants Joey to take little Lawrence under his criminal wing and teach him the ropes of the business. And we get the sense that, Ben Stiller's character, Lawrence, and again, this is Ben Stiller trying to play a very serious, like, mobster role as an Italian, which is hilarious. And
he's basically playing like the nursing home tenant from Happy Gilmore. Like, when he's like real mean to Adam Sandler's grandma.
Yeah.
It's like that's him in a serious role there too, man. He's real mean.
He's trying.
Cruel. Yeah.
So
I think he's okay at cast. I think he does okay.
Yeah, he
Ben
does.
Stiller doesn't stand out as a problem to me.
He's inoffensive in the role, I would say.
Yeah.
He does.
What do you think about Adam Baldwin? He's my favorite of the Baldwins in terms of acting chops.
Right. I
usually enjoy movies.
I think he's fine in this. His like wise guy accent, if we're talking about
Not
accents, is a little heavy, a little thick, and a little like trite for sure.
Yeah.
But he's inoffensive to me.
Yeah, he carries a good cold demeanor. The
Yeah,
way Baldwin
I think
do.
so. And he's going to be teaching Lawrence the business, not like not the business that we know of, but like the criminal business. Well, so we're going to cut away to the Truman house, Truman Gates' house, where they're after a nice hard day. It's about to be a hard night, if you know what I mean, because Patrick Swayze's got his shirt off, just playing the violin, and that's his version of foreplay, and he has some of the creepiest dialogue. Did you pay attention to the dialogue in this scene, Travis?
No, I was probably thinking the whole time of how I would be freaked out no matter how much of a sexual icon Patrick Swayze is. If he crept up on me like Pink Panther without a shirt playing the fiddle, I wouldn't like it.
What if he said, "Do you believe in the hereafter? Because you know what I'm here after." Yeah.
Get it away! Get it away!
Save it for later. Wrap it in some tinfoil and put it in a doggy bag, because I'm done. All right. Well,
I do like the mullet cam, though. We get a nice mullet cam there, and it's out and about. And I like it.
Well, see, they were clever enough to shoot him over his back, so it didn't have to look like he really knew how to play violin. But they didn't do poor Helen Hunt any favors by filming her where it was so obvious that she wasn't playing it. But what are you going to do? Anyway, they kiss, and he grabs her butt as they're going upstairs, and they make a sweet whoopee. Not Goldberg, because that's Ghost.
They make the business.
They make the business. Well, we're going to cut away to Gerald. He's out on a cigarette run, not as in he's leaving his children, as in he's doing his job delivering cigarettes.
Yeah. With his cohort, Davy Bobby. Danny Bobby?
It's David. It's in my notes
Davy
here.
Bobby.
So I was pretty close. I think I called him Danny, maybe. I don't remember.
Danny. Yeah, sure.
That was moments ago. They have a nice working relationship. They're kind of joking with each other. And we see Joey Rossellini in a fancy looking town car pull out, and he's now following the cigarette truck. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you why all this stuff is happening, because it's not, to my satisfaction, wasn't ever really clear why they were trying to rob this cigarette truck. But what they're essentially trying to do is they're trying to cause chaos to this delivery company so that Papa John can take over the delivery company as like a business acquisition. And so they're like robbing and stealing or whatever. They're undermining it because later on they take over the delivery operation. Again, it's paper thin plot. It makes no sense, but that's why Joey is now going after the truck. Now, David says, "Hey, just give him the truck, man. Just pull over. What are you doing?" But Gerald, he's a stubborn mountain boy. He ain't giving up his haul for nobody.
No, man. It took me 4 hours to pack e-cigarettes in these machines today. Ain't no way they're going to get a hold of my truck. See, they should have cast me. I'm so much better than Liam Neeson.
Yeah, dude. I was buying you as Briar right away. I was like, man, he is nailing it. He's nailing it.
All you got to do is talk without letting your lips touch.
I'll do it again.
Hey, man, why don't you tell him down there and see that little darn horse run around that track, little left, right, left, right, left, right. Win championship flag, Winston.
No, I like it. Could you just do like 20% less boomhauer with it, though?
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I was asking for a lot. Could you do 10% less boomhauer?
No, man. Come on.
All right. Okay.
I am who I am.
I'm sorry I did this to you, Travis.
I was trying to do it without touching my lips, and it was hard.
No,
okay?
I wasn't. It wasn't a criticism. It was like I'm working with you. I'm your director here. Trying to get you ready for the role.
It's all Boomhauer. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay.
I'm like Daniel Day Boomhauer.
You're hired. You're hired. Okay.
Yes.
Well, eventually, Joey Rossellini and the rest of his crew run the truck off the road. David climbs out the window, and he's kind of watching from the wooded area just on top of a crest, so he can kind of see what's going on a little bit. Gerald comes out, and they drag him and put him in the back of the truck and start laying a beating on him. He goes for his boot knife, and
which, by the way, show you got your boot knife on you. Show yours. I show mine.
Yeah, dude. Always.
I got mine.
Always.
Let's see it. Boot knife
right here. Yep.
Got yours? Yep. We both got our boot knives. Very good. Appalachian test. This ain't gonna be the last one this episode.
No, buddy, you just lay them on me. Listen, if there's one thing, and I know you're mad at Uncle Doug, but he taught you to never go anywhere without a boot knife.
That's right. Sometimes I'll leave with a sandal knife just to be extra safe.
Yeah, I hate having to tape them suckers on though. They really chafe after a while.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not great. Not great.
Looks
for
stupid in
ankle
Walmart
mobility either.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gerald does go for his boot knife, which in this case he's wearing a pair of Chuck Taylors, so it's Chuck Taylor knife. And Joey Rossellini takes it away. Now, at the back of the truck, we've got Lawrence and Joey. They're the only two back there. And Gerald, he's a proud man. He don't give up. He actually spits on Joey's suit or his pants leg or whatever, because they're beating him pretty good. He's bloody. And then he just shoots him in the face. Joey does. He just shoots poor Bill Paxton's Gerald right in the doggone face.
Just so abrupt. I was like, man, I was just getting the hang of having Bill Paxton in this film.
You were upset he didn't have enough boomhauer, but you're like, I can live with it. And then
I was sad.
They execute him. And he also says a bunch of racial slurs in the not Gerald,
did.
but
Gerald would never.
No, we're talking about Joey Rossellini here. A lot of racial slurs. Well, David has seen this, so we know he's a witness to the crime, but he takes off running away into the night. Maybe he'll come up later, maybe he won't. You'll just have to be surprised. The next day, Truman does like a half slide and then parks his Camaro in the middle of the road. And then emotional Patrick, because, man, it's Patrick Swayze. He parks where he
didn't even turn it off. He didn't turn it off, left it. I don't even think he put it in park. That thing's going to roll away.
Dude, I think it's meant to show you his emotional state. And you can tell, like, Patrick Swayze worked himself up for this scene because he's got, like, a hangdog, look on his face, tears in his eyes, breathing heavy. Maybe it was real stiff, awkward walk. Like, he's in his emotions, and he walks up because he knows.
But see, like, when I'm mad, I park close. When it's a good, happy day, I'll park far away. I'll take advantage of the sunshine of the birds chirping. Why are you parking in the middle of the street? And then you got to stomp all the way over. Well, everybody watch you stomp all the way over, Matt.
Yeah, but you look awesome doing it. Like, you didn't think about that part. Yeah,
Nah, I never do.
Nobody looks awesome when they're happy walking. They're smiling and swishing back and forth. Nah, you look awesome when you're, like, mad or serious. That's why I always look like this. But Truman finds out his brother's been murdered by probably mobsters. We're going to cut to Papa John's. And Joey is in trouble because they found out that he killed a cop's bro.
Uh-oh.
And we get a little bit of a weird dynamic here. The lawyer for the family, I'm assuming, or maybe the consigliere, if I remember that.
Is that Del Close?
It might be. I don't know.
I think it is.
A fantastic cast member, if it is. Doesn't like Joey. He doesn't trust him. And we kind of get that dynamic, and that'll be marginally relevant later for reasons, whatever they are. But Joey says he did it. He killed this police officer's brother in order to save Lawrence, and he produces the boot knife as evidence that Lawrence was somehow in danger.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in danger of, I don't know, having a better haircut. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but he wasn't in danger, Kevin.
In danger.
I was there.
Having a cigarette machine fall on him, maybe. I don't know.
I saw the footage. He was fine.
No, he was good. I think Gerald was the one that was in real danger.
Yes, I agree.
Well, that's essentially all that happens of consequence in that scene. Now we're gonna cut, and man, I love this. I love this whole section of the movie. This is where Swayze's character goes back to Appalachia, down there in Kentucky. And we see a train emerging from the mountain fog, lonesome whistle train. You know what I'm saying? Like in every country song. And there's just a black casket in the back of it. We know that's Gerald. He's going home one last time. You know what I mean, Trav?
You can't prove that's Gerald.
I mean, no, they don't actually open the casket because his head looks like a canoe. But, like, you get the... You don't want to disturb the Appalachian children, but like you get the idea, Travis. I'm sorry, you need to confirm the kill, but no. All right.
You just seem confident. I just wanted to knock you down a peg, but no, you're right.
Well, Swayze's character Truman and Jesse has come back home with him. Hop off the train. I like this line too. He sees his family off, kind of down the tracks a little bit, and he says, "Wait here, Jesse. They're they don't necessarily like strangers." And she's like, "Well, I'm your wife." He's like, "No, I'm talking about me." Dude, come on. That's a good line. That's a good line.
Yeah, I guess so.
He hadn't seen his family for a long time, man.
Hadn't seen them. Yeah, they're wild. That family of his reminds me of my family. Nothing like me. All kind of. Just looking racist, you know what I mean?
A lot of severe expressions. I mean, one of their family was just murdered in Chicago. But anyway, he walks up to the little cluster of the family, gets a hug from Grandpa. Briar, played by Liam Neeson, is wearing a dingy suit, an even dingier like plaid shirt and a mismatching tie and his trucker cap, and he's just, dude, he is my Uncle Jackie. Like, he looks, Liam Neeson, not sounds like, because Uncle Jackie, he really did have a southern accent. He just looks so much like my Uncle Jackie this whole movie. Yeah. It's like, man, I can't unsee it. Maybe that's why I think this movie's so authentic.
Neeson's got a good look,
He does, man. It seems like he's probably going to be okay with his family. The casket comes off the train, and they put it in the back of a pickup truck. And then they drive it to one of the family members' house to, I guess, have the wake/funeral service or some singing. I will say, Travis, when I die, and you are my benefactor in my will, so I do want you to pay attention to this. These are my wishes. I'd like to be loaded into a train that drives slowly into Appalachia and then thrown in the back of a GMC pickup, and then just dropped off at some house up in the holler and have everybody sing, I don't know, maybe some nice hymns. When the roll is called up yonder, that would be
anything from the Gaithers Brothers catalog.
Yeah, exactly. If you could just make sure that happens. This whole ruralness of these following scenes in Kentucky, I just love, because, like I said, it reminds me of where I grew up. The shoddy rundown trailers and the weather beaten houses, and just like just dogs running around everywhere, and like. It's just
dogs are part of the population. If you see a population sign, that counts dogs.
It does. It does. Well, anyway, they're gonna sing. There's also just you don't have like a funeral home. You do the wake at somebody's house, whoever got the biggest living room, and then you bury them in a family cemetery. There's later on after the funeral, there's an awkward scene with Helen Hunt and the family in the kitchen where she drops spoons, and people look like they've never seen spoons drop before. They're just
they were mad.
They don't know what to make of her and her city ways. Out in the country.
I wonder if that's some kind of like, maybe I don't know, but maybe it's like an Appalachian omen. Like if you drop the spoons on the day somebody died, then you're going to be the next one.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, she dropped the spoons.
And there's a little awkward scene between her and Liam Neeson. I like Liam's acting here. He's basically thanking her for being nice to Gerald while he was alive, but like again, his accent is just so awkward.
It's like if Abraham Lincoln were I Am Sam.
I hadn't thought of it until you said it just now, and you were absolutely right about that. Well, we cut to the next scene, and Jessie, she's playing. They find out that she plays violin. She makes a big point of them, like, you play fiddle? And she's like, I teach violin. You're like, okay. Okay, Jessie. You getting
Bitch,
off?
you teach fiddle.
Yeah, exactly. So they bring her a fiddle, and she just plays the saddest song she can. You're like, could you like read the room or read the porch? Like people want to hear something more upbeat. They just buried Gerald. God, I mean, don't play Ring Around the Mulberry Bush, but like something you can tap your foot to. You know what I'm saying, Travis?
Yeah, a little sugar foot rag or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got names for those things. Yeah,
Sugarfoot rag.
that sounds like something you wipe up the diabetes with.
God, if you keep that kind of riffing up, Travis, you're gonna be executing my will before you know it. Well, we get an axe throwing scene while she's playing violin. I just wrote axe throwing. Hell yeah, I love that.
yeah, it is the best part of the movie. It's a peak for me.
It's pretty good. So we're gonna cut next to Briar's trailer / camper. There's some nice touches that I like at his camper trailer. They're kind of like bringing the camera in. It pans by his old race car, with his name hand painted on there, and there's just a bunch of clutter outside the trailer. Again, so much reminds me of my family in this one. And so Truman goes in and he opens.
I was gonna say, what bothers me a little more than Liam Neeson's accent? The fact that they have a brother named Briar and no one calls him Brar. Because those are briar patches, right? We all got get a briar stuck on you if you go through the thicket. So that also bothered me with this film.
Yeah, did you call them stickers or briars?
Briar stickers. Stickers is actually stick to your clothes after you go through the briars.
Yeah, that's right. You got that right. Yeah. Again, you pass the
I'm
Appalachian check. Well, Truman goes to get a beer, and he opens up the fridge, and there's a deer head in there, which is just fantastic. And they do a little beer drinking. We find out the mine was shut down. This is where we get the line where Liam Neeson's bar says, I could take a piss on it if I want to. Fantastic. I just go back and watch this scene over and over again. And we find out that there's going to be some beef between the brothers because Brar believes that good old mountain justice, you just got to go kill Gerald's killers. And Truman thinks like, no, we should let the law kind of play out.
Truman's like, I'm literally a cop. Like, I got this.
I got it. That's what he says.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't seem like he does, to be honest.
Like, it's literally my job. Like, somebody's on it. It's me.
Well, we're gonna cut away to a scene where, after this little brother beef scene, where the family is there's a bow and arrow scene too. It's not really relevant to the plot, but I just really find it enjoyable because of the little boy in it. He's like shooting a bow and arrow, and I guess it is sort of relevant to the plot because later Patrick Swayze's very good with a bow and arrow, so it gives us that origin of that or whatever. But he says, Little boy's like, my uncle says you was good with bow and arrow. You went to the city and forgot everything. And so Helen Hunt kind of talks him up, or Jesse, played by Helen Hunt, talks him up a little bit. And he ends up making a pretty good shot. And then he teaches the little boy how to shoot the bow. And he's like, wow, you just got yourself a 12-point buck. And he says, no, sir, I just shot the man who killed Uncle Gerald. And you're like, Jesus, kid.
Yeah, and then this kid was so proud that he could deliver that line. He stares right into the camera
right into
with
the
these
camera.
haunting dead eyes.
This kid has the
Got
most
me.
authentic accent in the entire movie. Like, they pulled him out of, like, some...
From under a train.
Yeah,
they
from
got
under
him.
a train.
Yeah, that's an orphan from
He
Kentucky.
was one of the original boxcar children. Like, he's...
Yeah, he's not even credited. They just found that kid near the set.
He already knew the lines. Like, he just...
Yeah. Yeah, he heard what the movie was about. Like, somebody killed Gerald. He was pissed.
He's mad. He wasn't happy about it. Well, the locals are, in fact, planning that revenge, so it kind of makes some sense. All right, well, we're going to cut back to Truman Gates' Chicago house, not trademarked, and the investigation for Gerald's murder's not going well. They haven't really been able to track him down, so we just get that information as we see Truman Gates up late kind of working on the case or whatever. And we're going to cut away now to where they're moving into those offices. Now, this is Lawrence and Joey, kind of the bad guys have taken over this moving company. And there's a little bit, or not moving company, this delivery, cigarette business, whatever it is. There's cameras being installed, which was Lawrence's idea. And Lawrence has taken the good office from Joey Rossellini. And Joey Rossellini, he don't like that very much, does he?
What's he going to do about it? He's like 5'2". What's he going to do about it?
I'll tell you what he's going to do about it. He's going to torture and burn Lawrence alive. Later, though. We'll get there.
Okay.
The bad guys, they're kind of moving in. And Truman shows up, and he says, hey, I'm the brother of the guy that worked for this company that got murdered. I want to look through some files. I didn't know that that's the way it worked, but I guess if you're a Chicago police officer whose brother gets murdered, you
got to have the hat.
Yeah, you don't need...
You have to have the hat.
You have to have the hat. You don't need any kind of paperwork or search and seizure information. You go right in there. So he kind of goes through some of the files, and he's looking for a way to find David, the witness. He hasn't turned up. And I got to say, Lawrence plays this pretty well. He sort of sets Swayze's character up to be followed, right? And so Joey says, do you think he knows anything? He's like, well, if he does, I just gave you a way to find out.
Sewing them deep.
And so they do that. They follow. There's a little, I wouldn't call it a car chase, but like a little cat and mouse with some cars. And they kind of follow.
Little Camaro and mouse.
Yeah, it is. Nice job, Travis. Up
Thanks,
top,
man.
high five.
Okay.
So they end up at this apartment complex. They kind of follow Truman all around Chicago. And they get out of their car because they think he goes into this apartment complex. Truman has bribed a kid to tell them that he's in a certain apartment that doesn't exist. And that just happens to be in view of their car that's getting rolled. So, they see their car, the tires and everything, muffler, catalytic converter, everything's getting stolen off of this car. So,
Quick, Kev, how long would it take you to do that to a car? If you had a stopwatch and you had to undo all that Patrick Swayze undid on this car, how long would it take you?
to put it back together or to take it apart?
No, to take it apart. How much time is he dealing
By
with? What's
myself?
the squeeze on this?
I mean, they have help.
Swayze had help?
No, Swayze doesn't do it. It's the denizens of the apartment building are kind of stealing the parts off the
rolled
car.
it? Oh, I thought
they
Swayze
rolled
did it.
No. It's the the kind of miscreants in the area that are stealing the parts to then go sell.
So Swayze's plan was, fingers crossed, this car gets rolled while these guys are away. I'm just going to stand here and watch.
Yep, pretty much. But maybe it's a pretty notorious place, and this is a nice car, so he feels like his odds are pretty high. I don't know. But that is what happens, so he was right, Travis.
Fair enough.
It's also
Fair
possible
enough.
that he read the screenplay.
I thought he did it himself. I thought he went over there, parked, and was like, I'm going to take the park.
But the answer is, if I had to take off a good bit of the exhaust system, 4 wheels, and whatever they do under the hood, probably 45 minutes.
Take a while. That's what I was thinking.
Like, I get the wheels off pretty quick. That wouldn't be that bad. But, like, man, crawling under a car, I got a bad back, dude.
Yeah. You know what I would do? I would just get in there and turn the heat all the way up and leave a can of tuna under the seat. That's the worst I can do to a man.
Yeah, but that doesn't really stop them from chasing you. It just makes them miserable while they're doing it.
Yeah.
What
It's
about
a little bit of an advantage.
You squirted a whole bunch of mayonnaise in the carpet. You never get that smell out.
Oh, that'd be gross.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
Well, anyway, he doesn't do any of that. The car gets rolled. They can't follow him, and he points and laughs at them as he drives away. Now we're going to cut away to Liam Neeson's character, Briar, coming into the city. He also, I don't know if you noticed this, he drives the same, more or less, model pickup truck as Uncle Doug. Now, he has the GMC version instead of the Chevy, but, same square body. Beautiful truck.
Sure.
I like a good square body, Travis.
I know you do.
Well, he has entered the city. He checks into a $65 a month flop house. Dude, that is a great deal. Even for the conditions that he's living in. Man, you could stay an entire month in Chicago for $65. That's a deal.
I find myself in a bit of a pickle right now. I could do that.
Yeah, right? That's not bad. You got a little nice man downstairs who'll call your family when you get murdered. Like, it's a good deal. But we'll get there.
Don't have that now.
Well, that night, Briar goes to the delivery business. He tricks some dogs. Like these 2 guard dogs. He opens the gate so they jump out and then he walks in. Kind of a fun gag. And then he goes in to investigate a bit. Then we're gonna cut to Truman visiting Papa John. And I guess it's a gambling parlor, a bar of some kind. And Papa John is there. Truman, then we're going to cut away. He goes to visit a gambling parlor run by Papa John. And I love this scene because nobody will tell him where Papa John is, even though he's literally just in the kitchen. But you just don't tell nobody where the mob boss is. That's a bad call. So he picks up a score sheet. Apparently somebody is winning quite a bit, and he starts to tear up the score sheet, and you just see the look on the guy's face. I love this little bit. It's a great scene.
Yeah, that guy also reminds me of Bob Haskins a little bit, the guy who's pouting about his scorecard being ripped up.
Yeah, you can see he's got that Bob Haskins energy, man. Well, Papa John just comes out and he's like, "Hey, you're looking for me?" And the guy's like, "God, I wish if I just said something, I wouldn't have lost all my sweet, sweet money." Well, he goes in to the kitchen, and Papa John's in there cooking a little food for everybody, like he does. He's not making pizza, but he's making Italian food, And there's a little bit of a slip up. He says, "Oh, I don't know anything about your brother getting murdered in that truck." And
what do you mean truck?
Exactly.
What do you mean truck?
Exactly.
What do you mean truck? Who said truck? Who said anything about a truck?
Yeah. So he slips up a little bit.
He says he read it in the newspaper. I don't know. Maybe I read it in the newspaper or something. The newspaper sometimes spells the word truck in there, and I maybe read that there.
Truman went home and he was looking through the newspaper, "Oh, I got him. I got him now." Well, they basically have, I don't know, that scene in every movie where the plucky young do-gooder threatens the mob boss, like, "Hey, this isn't a good idea. You don't want to mess with me." And Truman gives him a little bit of story time about some Appalachian revenge, which is pretty fun. He's like, "Yeah, back home, this woman's man got killed, but she was pregnant, and when the police asked who murdered her man, she said, 'He knows,' and pointed at the baby in the womb. And then 16 years later, that baby got even." And you're like, that's not a great story. And this is terrible writing.
That's dumb. That's a dumb story.
I
didn't like that story. That's a bad story.
I love this movie. It's terrible writing, but I did enjoy it. But I do like the end of this. As he's beginning to leave, Papa John says, "Hey, look, I'm sorry to hear about your brother. That's bad. That happened." Essentially. And Truman looks back at him. He says, "Oh, it's not bad. Bad's coming."
Oh, okay.
Gotta love that line. But yeah, not a whole lot happens here other than just, two boys and a hot Italian kitchen posturing. Get
I know. I was hoping they'd kiss. They didn't get that hot in that kitchen.
No, it wouldn't. There was no kissing. Well, back at the flop house, Briar's making him some bullets, and
instead of shaving.
Yeah.
All the time he could spend getting rid of that merkin on his face.
He does have that chin strap, dude. He's got that thing down. Well, the proprietor of the flop house is kind of listening at the window, and Briar, door, pulls him in, and he says, listen, if I'm not back, I want you to call this number and tell him something happened to me. Again, he's making these bullets, so we know he's kind of, I don't know, getting prepared for something.
Oh, yeah.
So he's prepared. He's also taken some time to plan for if he meets an untimely end to have his family back home called, assuming that this guy is willing to do it. But he seems like the kind of weirdo that would be into notifying people of somebody's death. You know what I mean?
He seems like the kind of guy that would be excited about that, and also as he owns this place, he keeps tabs on when you're not there, so he can come in and smell your used socks.
Yeah. Ew. Well, Briar is sneaking into the delivery company. He assumes he's going to be able to find the guys there, and he does. Joey, now he's got a working girl there with him, and so there's a little bit of chain of events that happens where he cuts out the power, and then everybody's confused, so they all kind of come out, and Briar basically corrals them all into the pinball area. This is pretty awesome. I mean, as far as a workplace goes, they've got Chinese takeout, arcade, and a cigarette machine. How cool is that?
Yeah. And Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, they had Kiss Pinball. I mean, they got it going on down here. I'd be in the mob.
What was that one game? It's it's a dome with a hockey. It's like foosball, but with hockey.
Yeah, it's foos hockey.
Foos hockey. Yeah, they had a foos hockey table. They had everything. And Briar doesn't much care for that, so he just shoots up the place and threatens everybody.
I also wonder if Briar's ever seen anything like this room before. He's like, man, these guys are taking everybody to space, having their way with them. I gotta kill them now.
No, he went up to Louisville at one time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe. That's a
to buy a bat.
Yeah. He was going to. He didn't want to go to Chicago because he hates the White Sox. But anyway.
Yeah.
And anyway, he shoots the place up. And the working girl comes down. Love this line. She's like, I told you nothing kinky. And I'm calling the police. So she goes and calls the police. So Briar leaves without murdering anybody.
Yeah.
Why does he shoot up the place? Is he just trying to get information, or is he just causing chaos?
I think he just caused a little chaos and trying to get some information. I think it's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
Also, he ripped shit out of one of those pinball machines that didn't deserve it. I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah, they had.
It's like the thing all over again. Stop hurting the vintage machines.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm against it. I've always, though, this is just between you and me and everybody listening to this podcast, I have always wanted to shoot a shotgun at a table full of takeout Chinese food.
Oh, who hasn't? I mean, yeah, that's fine. Do that every day.
I mean, just lo mein going everywhere, sticking on stuff. Oh, my, how fun would that be?
Shoot that low main up. You know, it's called high main at that point. It goes into there. High main.
Okay. I'm going to need you to get back in the groove. High main's not going to cut it, Travis.
All right.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, Papa John visits the office the next day, and he's mad. He wants Briar dead. And Truman also arrives, and he knows it's his brother, because why wouldn't he know it's his brother? Who else would shoot up perfectly?
Trademark shot up Chinese table. You can't. That's Briar.
I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's either that he hates pinball machines or he hates Chinese food. I can't remember what he says that indicates he knows it's his brother, which you're also like, you just admitted your brother committed a crime. You got to go arrest him now. You know that, right?
It's true. It is true.
Which he
But
does.
We all do that.
He does actually.
Oh, he does. He does actually do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna cut away. Truman just kind of, again, I guess he's just coming to troll these guys in hopes of getting information. I don't know that either one of these brothers really know how to get information. But he heads on out, and we cut away to the bad guys have been sent out to find Briar, and they've just been hanging out in cars and eating pizza, and with that one dude Leo with the lazy eye. But they
got that eye.
They finally spot him walking across the street, and so they follow him back to the flop house, and they're intending on doing him some harm. But he hears them. I think one of them kicks a bottle or something. You know, that like cliche of like making some noise in the hallway. I do like this whole scene because it, the tone and the quality and the production of it, the sound design, all that reminds me of like a Western, in a way, like that scene where the bad guys are trying to get to the good guy, and he's got these hyper senses, so he just knows that something's wrong, and he kind of sets a trap for the bad guys. And that's exactly what happens here. They kick the room open, and the windows open, and so they think Briar has escaped the window, and the guy's looking out. And then what happens, Travis?
Briar picks him up behind and slings him on out the window. Does the old pick him up and dump him?
Pick him up and dump him.
Just like we used to do. Oh man, it's a good move.
It's classic.
It's a good move.
Classic.
It's classic. Unfortunately, just one floor up. Barely hurt him.
Yeah, he's hanging on like a drain pipe, that sort of thing. And then Leo he's an idiot. I don't know why every organized crime outfit always has the one idiot who doesn't know what to do, but he's just firing a gun at his own guy, trying to
Can't do that.
Yeah, terrible idea. Trying to shoot Briar as Briar is escaping out that window, climbing up the fire escape. And I think this is awesome. I don't care what you say. He jumps off of a building onto the passing train, rides it a direction for a ways. All right, these guys manage to get down the building, get in their car. They're following the train that Briar's on. He notices it, so he hops another train going the other direction and then sits down on it like meditation style and just gets away from the bad guys. How cool is that, dude? Come on.
That's pretty cool. For a guy who only saw his first train, he figured him out. I mean, he'd only ever seen one train before, but he's like, man, they got two around here. Jumped on that other train.
No, they got train. He worked for a coal mine. They put train on.
Just got that one going that one direction. This one has tracks everywhere. He's never seen two tracks. Come on, Kev. Give the guy a break.
Well, he hops on. I guess it's the L. I think that's the famous. Why do you? This is awesome. How do you not? And then
I
like
don't know.
the mafiosos, Leo again, the sort of not so competent member of the crew, accidentally gets himself like stuck on the train with the car keys, and they can't go anywhere. I mean, come on, you like a good laugh. That's fun.
I did like that. That was fun. Yeah.
Well, that's the gist of what happens that scene. Now we're going to cut to a bar where Briar's having him a drink, and like you do when you've just rode
after
the
a
top
day
of
like
train.
that,
right?
Yeah.
And Truman shows up, and they both know. They both basically go, yeah, it's Joey Rossellini. Somehow they both have intuited it from just like he's the most suspicious guy in the room. Neither have any real evidence, but one's willing to commit murder based off of no evidence, and that's going to be Briar.
Old Briar. Dumb old stupid Briar.
And hey, easy, okay? He's smart in his own way. Well, Truman tries to arrest Briar because he wants to basically protect him from committing murder or maybe getting killed by these mafiosos. And bro, they just fight it out in this bar. They just a straight bro on bro fight in the bar. The patrons like it so much they don't let the bartender call the police to stop it.
Love that.
Come on, man. Come on. You don't like this?
Love that. Great fight scene. Actually, I think they're hitting each other. I believe this fight scene. This is good stuff.
I agree with you, man. Well, eventually, because it's Swayze's movie, he gets the better of Briar after like tossing him through the bandstand and like I don't know if he actually does this, but I imagine he puts his head through like a guitar amp. I don't remember exactly, but he eventually gets the better of his brother, and we're gonna cut away to Briar in jail.
Aw, I wonder why.
He locked him up, man. He had to lock him up. He's trying to save his bro from making a bad decision. I also love the music that plays during this scene because it's brothers.
Is that Elton John?
No, it's Patrick Swayze. It's Patrick Swayze singing, a song called Brothers with I can't remember who the other guy that sings it with him is. But it's kind of like the theme of the movie. So sort of like, how She's Like the Wind was the theme for Dirty Dancing, and Patrick Swayze sung it. He did the same thing for Next of Kin. So come on,
Interesting.
man. Come on.
What a time to be alive.
It is amazing time to be home, be alive, and at home. Well, speaking of going home, Truman heads home, and Jesse is preggers.
Uh-oh.
Apparently all that.
Wait, is it his?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Most
Could be Brars.
Could be Brars. They did have that.
He likes to sneak
moment
around at night.
It comes out with a chin strap America beard. Well, anyway, Truman decides he wants Briar's help legally, so he just immediately lets his brother out of jail. Apparently, you can just lock someone up and then immediately let them out.
No paperwork, no magistrate, in and out.
No, why would you need that? And he says, if you give me a hand, here's the deal. We'll get these guys arrested. Give me the information that you have. We'll try to find David, and we'll do this the right way, and that keeps you from getting killed and going to jail. And Briar's like, well, is that the only option I've got? And he's like, yeah, I'll just put you back in jail if you don't want to do it. So
yeah, come on,
that's the way
this
it
is
works.
a gift. I'm letting you out so that you can be redneck with me for a minute.
Pretty much. Well, Briar does take Truman to a bar where they think David might be, and they kind of stick out a little bit. Like they're not fitting in very well in the bar. People are kind of noticing them, and
they don't seem hip.
Yeah, they don't seem hip. They don't seem cool. Like they go up to the bar and they order a couple of beers that nobody's drinking or whatever, and eventually they get the attention of maybe sort of like the head guy in this bar. Maybe the guy's got some underground connections. You know what I mean? And they're asking about David, so they just get attacked by people because they refuse to do what the boss of this sort of area has to say. And I like the scene because it's dumb. It's totally dumb. It doesn't need to happen. This is one of those situations where if everybody had just taken 2 seconds and talked, but we did get a little action, so I appreciate that. But my favorite detail in this scene, Travis, when they get attacked, is one of the dudes that attacks them has some nunchucks.
Yes. I knew you'd love that part. When I saw this, I was like, I bet Kevin brings up the chucks when we talk. Sure enough.
Awesome. And then David just comes out and says, no, that's okay. That's my friend's brothers. It's fine, guys.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's old David Bobby Danny comes out. Hell yeah. We knew where to find him.
But I do appreciate that his friends in this bar were willing to defend him with nunchucks. Travis, would you?
Dude.
Let's say some bad hombres showed up to try to get me. Would you defend me with some nunchucks?
Dude, me with a pair of nunchucks, I would end up knocking the hell out of myself. There's no chance. There's no chance I would make a dent in anything, in anyone. Okay. I'm sorry. Well, I would defend you with other means. Just nunchucks right out.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Well, they have a conversation with David, and David says, yeah, it was those two guys that killed him, or were in the back of the truck when he was killed, indicating Lawrence and Joey.
Glad we got the proof for our hunch that we were already pretty sure about.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that worked out. Well, back at the Flophouse, the gangsters have done an investigation of their own, and they get Briar's guns. Okay.
Oh, no.
That might be important later if, say, he's going to get framed for something. The fellas, the brothers, are in the car after they've left David, and they're kind of reminiscing about fights that they've had in the past. I like this scene. Just two brothers joking about, beating each other up over some girl who maybe doesn't look as good as she used to. And I don't know, man. It's kind of a bro scene. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I took in any of the conversation because I just kept keying in on everything Liam Neeson said.
Well, this is the scene where he also finds out he's going to be Uncle Brar.
Uncle Brar.
Uncle Brar. Dude, I want an Uncle Brar. I got an Uncle Jackie. Got an Uncle Glenn,
Yeah.
Uncle Lane, Uncle Charlie, but I ain't got no Uncle Brar.
He does say that a woman looks like a real scuzz bucket.
What a horrible thing to say. But I haven't seen her, so I can't verify whether it's real or not. But anyway, just a little bit of bonding there. They decide that Briar's going to stay with the Truman and Jesse, and Jesse gives Briar a little bit of the business. Says like, not the business.
Okay. Sure.
Busts his chops a little bit. Well, I don't know. We don't know if it's his baby or Truman's. We haven't decided. Maybe she did give him the business, but she basically says, I don't think what you're doing is right, and I don't want you to endanger my family here. And so he kind of like, just stands there looking sad. I don't know. He doesn't really,
he's just,
really respond.
Yeah. He's like doing math. He's like, your family is my family.
He's basically
So
like,
they're
I'm
transitive property.
probably going to murder somebody. Like, I just know it. Like, I can't help it. I'm going to go murder somebody.
Who names their kids Truman, Briar, and Gerald? What a group of names.
Is Briar the one that really stands out though? Like, if you said this is Truman and Gerald, their brothers, you're like, yeah, I get that.
It's weird that they all kind of like lived up to their namesake in some way. Like Truman seems like an esteemed name, like somebody who would get out of Appalachia.
That was the name of a president, right?
Sure. Gerald just seems like your everyday guy, kind of in the middle. Then Briar is literally something you find in the woods.
Yeah. No, if you were going to pick somebody who would be murdered over cigarettes, I think Gerald. Like that's
100%.
That's serious Gerald energy. But well, anyway, good observation, Travis. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Almost as good as the Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton observation that you made earlier.
Thanks.
The next scene, we're going to cut away. Briar wakes up. He's slept in a little bit, and he just
slept in while you're trying to get revenge. Come on, Are you serious about this?
And he just assumes, rightly, oddly enough, that his brother's going to try to get the bad guys without him. So he wakes up in a panic and leaves. And we cut away, and Truman has cornered Lawrence, and he basically tries to flip him. He's trying to get him to maybe testify against Joey, but Lawrence isn't buying it. Like, he's not. He might be young, he might be inexperienced, but he's not falling for this.
Yeah, he's got that mob blood. He knows how to play the game. I mean, come on. This is Baby John we're talking about.
That's right, BJ. But he is a little nervous dealing with Truman. So he goes back to the office, and basically Lawrence tells Joey the whole story. And so the gangsters decide they want to threaten Truman a little bit. So they just show up at his house and throw blood on his wife just for fun, I guess.
Was it blood? Was it marinara? Was it red paint?
I don't know.
She says it's red paint.
Yeah, it could be red paint. I was assuming it was. Yeah, I assumed it was blood.
But what are they, PETA? Like, why would you? Why are they throwing red paint? What is that doing? That's just we got paint. Now she's got to change clothes.
I don't know. It doesn't send it. If you're talking about angry hill folk, that does not calm them down. Threatening their lady wife. A pregnant lady wife. I just don't see it.
It was so jarring to me, this whole scene where I was like, oh, what's he going to do? Did he just throw ketchup in her mouth? What is he doing? What is it?
Like maybe kidnapping?
Like, maybe it was acid?
And you say like, hey, you back off, or, she gets it. But like, this just is it's weird. It's
so weird.
It's weird. But what it does do is it makes Truman Gates very angry. So he drives home very fast. Just gets in the shower with his wife, who's mad at him for some reason.
Oh, yeah. What she's got? She's covered in paint. She can't see. Can you get in there and help her out?
Well, we see that back at the office, Joey is leaving with Lawrence, and he takes Briar's weapons with him. All right, so we get that little seed. I don't know if he's gonna. What's weird is I'll just go ahead and spoil this. Is he's like framing Briar essentially for murdering Lawrence. So Joey tortures and murders the boss's son, and pretends that it's a guy that the boss already wants killed anyway for reasons. after he's decided to dump blood on a police officer's wife's face. It doesn't make. I don't know what Joey's plan is, and no amount of
He wants that
Dylan Speckle-
office.
He really, maybe that's what it was. He just wanted. You know what? That's
think he
actually
wants
pretty
the
good.
office.
That's pretty good, Dylan Speckle. Like he just wanted to kill Lawrence, and he thought this
I
is
think
as
so.
good an opportunity as any. Okay, I'm back. I'm back on it.
It gets him closer to the boss because the sun's in the way. He's the heir. Now you're the heir. You got the sun out of the way. Hell
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, I'm back
Mm-hmm.
in. I'm back in. So he frames. Is essentially going to frame Briar for the murder. Back at the flop house, Briar finds that all of his stuff is missing, so he goes to a bar and basically steals / buys the gun from the bartender for $100. So he is
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know.
Yeah, with tips.
Yeah, I think so. So he's got a shotgun now, and he decides that he's probably going to go after the bad guys at the delivery place. Joey tells Papa John that Briar was obviously the one that murders his son. But the lawyer, I guess it's the lawyer, the consigliere, whatever, that is suspicious. And it looks like they did one serious amount of torturing to little Lawrence. There's blood everywhere, and they set him on fire and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. He looks like he looks a little bit like fried chicken.
I don't want to eat fried chicken at your house. So, moving along, Truman is driving all over looking for his brother. But his brother, of course, is going to the shipping place. And he gets tricked into a trap.
Oh, no.
They obviously have these cameras, which, again, I'm not sure Briar knows what a camera is or how it works.
No.
But
chance.
he is tricked into a room. He thinks that Joey's in there getting the boom boom on with a working girl because they recorded.
I'm sorry. Clear this up. The business.
Mm-hmm.
The boom boom sounds like they were shooting each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, they were getting the business. Yeah,
The business.
Yeah, they were doing the business up in there.
Yeah.
Because they recorded a tape that made it sound that way. Briar immediately realizes that he is in a trap and ducks under the desk, and a shootout occurs. He gets a few guys, but ultimately Joey pops around the corner on a reload and boom, 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 shoots poor Briar in the tummy about 5 times, and Briar falls down, and the police
That's
show
gonna
up,
sting.
so everybody leaves. All right? You with me so far, Travis?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, then Truman shows up just in time to pull his dear sweet brother Briar in his arms. Briar is his last words on this earth. What does he say to Truman?
I don't know, probably something in a horrible accent, Kevin.
You're right about that. He says, and I quote, "I should have waited for you, brother. We could have whooped them together." And then we lose Briar. So now, I don't know if you're keeping score, but Truman ain't got no more brothers. That's it.
He's out of brothers.
Yeah, he's out of brothers. at this
He's
point.
down to, for the best.
So what happens at this point is Briar never comes back. So what happens at this point, he's just lost his final brother. He hands over his badge. He's no longer a police officer, and he drives off into the night.
It's true. When you run out of brothers, you can't uphold the law anymore.
No, I don't see there's any way. So the little fellow that works at the flop house is kind of creepy. Calls that number when he sees on a news report that Briar has been killed, and notifies the next of kin back home. And I love this scene. Although I will say I watched the Siskel and Ebert review of this movie. By the way, 2 thumbs down. They didn't like it because they're dumb.
Well.
But they were particularly making fun of this scene because all the rural folks are loading up their guns and their bus full of snakes, and then the women folk are making like sandwiches and like thermoses.
I do like that they
with
made sandwiches.
Yeah, they're just like they're going on a field trip. I love it. Snake guy again, Travis. I'm sorry to bring up the snakes.
He was into it.
Glossed over it earlier. We met the snake guy briefly, but the snake guy is legit in this one. Nobody wants to ride in his snake bus.
No, and why? No, I mean, no.
So, Somehow, and I can't remember if Truman goes by the flop house. I don't know how. I guess he does, and somehow he indicates to the guy, Harold's his name, the little guy.
I love Harold.
That he's going to be fighting these guys in the cemetery. He's going to be going after these mobsters in the cemetery. And that'll be relevant that Harold knows that momentarily. I'm sure you can figure out why. Well, the mob lawyer in the next scene is suspicious of Joey, and he wants to catch him basically admitting that he can, because we see the funeral scene and Joey's doing these crocodile tears. We know he's a cornball, and so he basically wears one of the guys at dinner in the next scene with Joey wears a wire to get a recording of him talking about killing Lawrence, so that they can prove to Papa John that he was the one that did it. Again, that
get him
sort of matters later. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I think it matters.
Kind of matters, I guess. Truman shows up at the restaurant that Joey's eating at, tricks poor Leo. Again, he's the low achiever of the group, into an alley with cat noises. I'm not.
Dude, that would have gotten me.
Would that have got you?
I love a kitty cat. Oh, dude, I'll seek out, if I see a little lonely kitty cat or I hear one, I'm going to seek that little guy out. I'm going to give him some pettings.
Yeah, no, he probably,
see what that belly be like.
Yeah, he needs some scritches. That's what he needs.
Yeah, oh, dude.
It's
yeah,
so good.
I like cat man.
You know the one I like is when you get the cat like in that little sweet spot right around the ear, like not behind it, but like right.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they love that.
Oh, Jason, they love that, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Get right where the tail hits the back right there. Get a little elevator butt. They send it up.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. But anyway, yeah, I would have been dead as hell.
Well, fortunately for Leo, he just gets chucked through a window with a message that says "Come to the cemetery," and Joey and the goons say, "Okay, well, I'm not doing anything till 11. That sounds good." So they head out to the cemetery. At some point, one of the goons calls back and lets lawyer / whatever guy know that he definitely killed Lawrence. So
gotta let him know, because the whole ending of the movie
didn't need to happen this way. But yes, you're exactly right.
I like that it happened this way.
Oh, you like that part? Okay, well, we'll get there in a second. So anyway, now we know that Papa John knows that his pizza kind of sucks, but also that Joey killed Lawrence. So I'm trying not to get too deep into the cemetery scene, but let's. The family basically, the next of kin visits the flop house that Briar was in, and Harold lets the beans spill that all the bad guys are going to be at the cemetery. So next of kin heads to cemetery, so we know a big battle royale is about to begin. You with me so far, Travis?
Of course, I've watched the movie.
Terrific. So Joey and his goons are kind of walking through the cemetery. There's a snake bus scene. So
I love the fact that the snake bus is just going through the city too. It's just very out of place. I love that. But I don't like what's in the bus.
Yeah, he's got like just hundreds of garter snakes and like a ball
They don't look
python
well taken care of.
I guess. I mean, they're none are underweight that I can tell. So
Oh, come on.
I don't think that a bus
take care of
is
all
a
those.
Natural habitat for a snake. I just don't. I agree with you, Travis.
You know what? Neither is a game room.
No. I wasn't saying that it was, Travis. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, anyway, at the cemetery, the mob guys fan out and they take positions, and then just stupidly, Truman walks out and he's like, "You killed my brother, and I'm gonna kill you," or something along those lines. Or maybe it's all
trying to get
part
that
of his
party
plan.
started.
Yeah, right.
Got to get the party started, man. There's just a lot of people hiding.
There's lots of shooting that happens, and Truman's just kind of running around, dropping dudes with a bow and arrow, chopping them up, and he ends up coming around behind a guy, and instead of just shooting the guy with the bow and arrow, he decides to throw a boot knife at him. Again, awesome.
Yep.
Poor decision, because the guy just turns around and shoots him. And so now we know Truman's shot in the leg, and they're going to be tracking him by his blood.
Yeah. I mean, you can't win them all.
I guess not. But Truman does fall back to where he has hidden his crossbow, but he's
Oh,
cornered.
yeah.
Okay, now
I wonder how many of those he's got hidden on the
at
premise.
least
I
like
bet he's
16. He's got at least 16.
16.
They're still finding them in 2025.
Yeah.
Like there's
It's like Rambo when he sets up all the traps. Yeah.
Well, about this time, he's cornered, and all of the hill folks show up, and we have us just a shootout. Like it's hill folk.
Oh yeah.
Start making
this is
animal
Hatfields
noises.
and McCoys, dude. Yeah, they do. Which got me when I first watched the movie. I was like, "Oh man, is this movie about to turn into one where like cryptids come out of the woods? This is great." And then no, it was just hillbillies.
It's just hillbilly. You know what though? I mean, they're staying up for the family and where they come from. So I appreciate that. I guess.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, a whole lot of stuff happens.
Wait, do you think they all carpooled up, or do you think
Well,
they
I know
all came
nobody
in
rode
individually?
with Snake Guy.
Nobody rode with Snake.
Yeah, no, but they
He was all by
carpooled.
himself.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
they're wanting justice, but they're also economical about it. One mobster gets chased into the bus of snakes, and I just love the premise that they brought an entire bus of snakes just to non-lethally cheese this guy out. Like
Just to lure one guy into the bus.
into the bus of snakes.
And yeah, what the chances of anybody running in any direction that happened to be toward that bus with an open door and then decide to run into said bus?
Right. Uh-huh.
Low probabilities all the way around.
I can guarantee you there's a 0% probability that you would run into any bus with a giant snake on the side of it, Travis.
It literally has a snake on the side of it and says snake bus on it.
Well, there's a bunch of hillbillies chasing mobsters in this. Like there's like coon hounds chasing one dude and all kinds of stuff. But it all comes to a head when Truman leaps over a gravestone and tackles Joey and just beats of him. Like there's not even a contest. Like Joey is no match whatsoever.
This guy's got 3 body counts.
Yeah.
Come on.
He should
wear him out.
I think they could have built this fight up a little bit more. But Papa John shows up about this time and has one of the hill folk as a hostage. And we think, they don't actually build it up that much. They're just like, move away, Joey. And then Papa John just shoots Joey instead of Truman because he knows that's who killed his son.
And you know what his son is, Kev? That's
What's
his
that?
next of kin.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and that's why I like the ending, because it's not just about the brothers, not just about the Appalachian. We all got kinfolk we care about, even mobsters, Kevin.
That's true. That's true. The only thing that Papa John cares about more is robust, thick crust.
Yeah, and all natural ingredients. I don't know what they are, but is E. coli a natural ingredient?
I think he
it
hates
makes me
unions, too. I'm pretty sure he's done a lot to be a union buster as well with his...
Well, he's no longer in charge of the pizza.
Oh, he's not?
Now it's Shaq.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, I guess, Papa Jack then.
Yeah. Papa Shaq.
Well, as you alluded to, Travis, they do, both Papa John and Truman make peace for their respective families. We get one
and now
final...
they're the next of kin. Do you think they meet up every summer?
I hope
for like
so.
a little linger longer?
I feel like it's hard. It's kind of a Romeo-Juliet situation. You know, it's hard for a police officer to be friends with a mobster unless they're,
but he
on
quit.
the take.
He turned his badge in. He's done.
Yeah, well, that's true. But at the police station, he and Jesse, I don't know, kiss and they leave. And he's like, "You're my family now," and that's roll credits. That's not much else to the movie. The ending is not super satisfying. I think that like battle in the graveyard could have gone on about another 10 or 15 minutes. Apparently there were some budget issues with the movie. Like they couldn't afford a lot of action, which is kind of unfortunate because I like the premise. Like I think it's kind of a fun premise and you could in fact do a lot with it, and they maybe didn't do as much.
How much do you think they spent
could.
on the snake bus?
Oh, that's at least $50K. Yeah, no.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of snakes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't want to skimp on the snakes. I mean, that makes a big impression.
If you're going to have a snake bus, it better have. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, apparently the production company for this movie went out of business immediately after. I think they actually before this movie came out, they may have already gone out of business. So they were actually having quite a bit of money troubles. But I don't.
I mean,
know.
after they paid this cast, of course. I mean,
right.
Jeez.
But this movie for me, man, I know you hate it. You think it's the worst movie you've probably ever seen. But I'm kind of nostalgic for this movie, so I don't know if that gives me some rose-tinted glasses.
Absolutely. I mean, nostalgia's a hell of a drug, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I don't. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was kind of a frustrating watch because there were some plot holes where I would like watch the movie and I'd be like, wait, why are they doing that? And then I would have to kind of double back and I don't know. Just things like that. The accents are terrible.
The accents are terrible. Some of the writing is terrible. It needed more action to be an actual action movie.
Had some fun moments, though.
Yeah, it has some fun moments. Patrick Swayze is charismatic as always. Like he really does kind of hold the movie together.
He thought he was in a good movie. He really did.
He did. Like he brought his A game. He wasn't messing around. I think this is the same year that Roadhouse came out, if I'm not mistaken. So he had two.
Man.
You know, this one just didn't quite get to the heights of Roadhouse, but like
sure did.
Again, soft spot in my heart for this movie, man. I know, you got feelings about Uncle Doug right now. We don't have to talk about him. Maybe they're getting better. Maybe you're getting ready to forgive. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm glad that he mailed this one to my P.O. box.
Hey, thematically on theme movie for this podcast. Next of Kin, of course.
He knew we needed a Swayze movie. I mean, you got to thank the man for that. Come on.
I need to hear an apology before I thank him for anything.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. Well, how about, Travis, the thing that I need to hear, which is some of those post-credit reviews.
Sure thing, bud. We got a 4.5-er from Patrick Feeble. This is on my birthday back in 2019. Oh. Thanks, Patrick. He says, started off like one thing, ended up like the thing I thought it was going to be to begin with. Shirtless fiddling, Ben Stiller as a hopeful young mafioso on the go, and this is the movie that showed me I can do a Michael J. Pollard impression. Patrick Swayze said he was going hunting, and Michael J. Pollard said, "Where?" And Patrick Swayze said, "The cemetery." And Michael J. Pollard didn't say anything, but I said in a perfect Michael J. Pollard voice, "What you hunting? Ghost?" You had to be there to hear my perfect Michael J. Pollard imitation, which is really going to come in handy. I like that one from Patrick. He had some fun with it.
He took us on a journey. I really appreciated that. That was good.
Yeah. I love Michael J. Pollard.
Man,
he's great. Then we got one from Jeremy Milks.
No,
what does he milk?
I do have something to add. You know, in the movie they talk about that ain't no kind of place to leave a ghost. I feel like a cemetery, pretty good place to leave a ghost.
Damn, exactly where I'd put one.
So if you're gonna hunt one,
why not go there?
That's a good.
Yeah, take that, Zach Baggins. Zach Baggins running around houses with flashlights and shit. Dude, go to a cemetery where they live.
Yeah,
that's where they live.
I've actually, that's the reason I don't believe in ghosts is because I've been in a cemetery at midnight on Halloween on a ghost tour. Didn't see a single ghost.
I'd be damned. Mm-hmm. They are invisible.
Oh, that would have been useful information.
Yeah, could have been there. You don't even know. You see any orbs?
Well, there was like a halo off one of them sodium arc, lights.
That's probably a ghost. That's probably a ghost.
That was a ghost. Okay, all right. Where I live, there is a very famous, well, not no one other famous in this area ghost, called the Lady in White, or the Ghost of Franklin Street. So that's I go running at night a lot, and I run on Franklin Street. It's one of the streets that I run on, and I'm like, maybe one day I'm gonna see that ghost.
Maybe that'd be pretty cool.
Are there any ghosts where you live, Travis?
Yeah, there was the Lady in White.
That's the same.
It's funny because that's what she was called. But if on Homecoming, you can see her through one of the high school windows, and apparently she was murdered on prom night or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Matt.
There's no
probably wasn't stupid.
There's no evidence that ever happened.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a farce. 3 stars from Jeremy Milks. What does he milk? Find out on LinkedIn. June 2014. This time the Hicks go to the big city and raise hell. Not the other way around like we usually see. Sort of like Hicksploitation in reverse. The writers probably pitched this as Deliverance meets The Godfather, and they delivered a fun but incredibly cheesy action flick. Great finale, too.
Great. Now I just want Deliverance meets The Godfather. I want that.
Yeah, with squill like a horse's head. I don't know.
I was thinking like, I know it was you, Fredo, so squeal like a pig.
Or like, you can still go pig.
Yeah. Or just maybe The Godfather with more canoeing in it. That's what people forget about Deliverance. There is some solid canoeing in that movie.
Dude, Burt Reynolds, he's hot.
Yeah?
He's so hot in Deliverance.
Bow and arrow in that movie, too.
Hey, and speaking of next of kin, it's kind of all right there, isn't it?
Yep.
Ray comes here with a 3-star, April 2024. Big April film. People are watching it in April.
God, they are.
Hillbillies versus the mob. What a concept. The cast rocks. The southern accents are terrible. The action's fine. There's a snake guy. You got to have a snake guy. I don't know. I'll probably forget this exists in a few days, but I had a decent time watching it. I feel like I wrote this.
Yeah, that seems to be the Travis sentiment. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
You're going to 2 years, 3 years from now when we're a big time famous podcast. I mean, we're getting so many offers with this podcast. It's hard to really figure out where our trajectory is going to go, but you're going to barely remember we did this movie, if at all.
Sure. I forgot it until we have to record tonight.
Well,
then I'll forget about it after this. Got a 1.5 here from Jane Ann. Jane Ann, a little low on it, Kev. Yeah. July 2020. Patrick Swayze plays the fiddle shirtless in the first 10 minutes, and that's pretty much the highlight of the movie. That's true. That's when I was wettest.
Okay. All right. Was it raining or you sweating or hot in here?
You don't get a little... Your thing doesn't do wet. We get wet when it's good, when things are good. Mine stays a little... Just kind of lives in damp. It's always a little...
That might be an infection. You probably won't get that looked at.
I pop whatever it is. 1.5 here from Church of the...
No,
Church
Travis. No. You probably are going to want
of-
to talk to Mullet about that. Maybe he can make some recommendations.
Maybe Haley will let me take some time off. Church of QT Pod. Don't listen to whatever. If that's a podcast, don't listen to this. This is on the 4th of July, 2024. A 1.5. Helen Hunt takes a cup of marinara to the face and is temporarily blinded. If only those of us who had to watch this could have been so lucky.
Why does everybody want to roast this movie? It's pretty fun. Come on.
But was it a cup of... I also thought marinara. I feel like me and this person
I feel
same
like
page.
that's borderline because they're Italian. You're just thinking marinara. But she thinks it's paint. I thought it was blood because that would be the most intimidating to throw blood in somebody's face, you know?
What kind of blood would you throw on somebody?
I don't know. Probably just the easiest blood to get, you know,
Your own?
No, I guess my own. Yeah. No, that's going to leave well, they didn't have DNA in the 80s, so they had it. It existed. It was a thing, but they didn't test for it. So yeah, I just go to the blood bank and go, "Can I take some home with me?
You got any extra?
You got any extra? Y'all got any y'all ain't using?"
All right. Well, that's it. That's all the ones that I had. This movie, so bad, even the Letterboxd reviews were not entertaining.
Hey, listen, man. We did Hudson Hawk, okay? So there's
That is true. That was rough. That was my bad too. I wish for that to be in the bin.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, with a budget of $12 million, Next of Kin pulled in $15 million at the box office, making it a modest success. Travis.
Yikes.
Now, Next of Kin stands as a, let's say, unique entry in Patrick Swayze's filmography, blending the rural, honor-bound traditions of the Appalachian Mountains with the gritty, urban underworld of Chicago crime. While it may not have achieved the iconic status of Swayze's other works like Dirty Dancing or Roadhouse, the film carved out a niche, okay, by exploring themes of family, vengeance, and the clash between old-world justice and modern law enforcement. You didn't know all that was in that movie. There's a lot in there, right? It also gave early screen time to future stars like Liam Neeson and Ben Stiller, and Helen Hunt for that matter, and offering a glimpse of talents yet to come, all right? Over time, Next of Kin has developed a quiet cult following.
Very quiet.
Mostly just me. It's actually just me that likes this movie. A mix of earnest and slightly trite performances and one whole big-ass bus full of snakes.
Man, I wish this movie had Ernest in it. That'd be crazy. Those snakes be pies.
Okay, so they do. So should you watch this movie? Maybe. I can't tell you what to do, but I can ask. Have you ever wanted to see Liam Neeson chew on a southern accent like he's eating a peanut butter and taffy sandwich? Have you ever dreamed of vigilante hill folks wreaking havoc on big city criminals in the same film where Patrick Swayze shirtless plays the fiddle before grabbing Helen Hunt's keister?
My goodness. My goodness.
Well, then you better watch this bad boy.
All right.
That's what I have to say. That's it. That's it, Travis.
Well, that's good. That's good, Kev. Thank you for summarizing that for us. Wait, did you just feel... I felt the ground shake of my my cup over here. There's some ripples in it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's
that's good. You know, actually, it's funny that you say that. My flowers over here are starting to bloom. They're golden blooms. And I just thought to myself today, you know, life finds a way.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does.
Well, this movie was a big old pile of shit.
All right. Well, thanks, Travis, for for that. If you enjoyed this episode, you might like our other podcast. You can catch me on the board game podcast Blue Peg, Pink Peg, and On Stage Being Funny with Big Lick Conspiracy. In fact, you can catch myself and Travis on stage with BLC sometimes. You can also catch Travis on Polykill, Drunk Friend, and Down in the Holler of the Polymedia Network. That just means on all. Yeah, boy. If you want to keep this podcast bow hunting that 12-point buck, try saying that at least once, then support us on Patreon as the Polymedia Network. Hey, we got to thank our pal Harvest Black for that down-home theme music. And just like our Uncle Doug always says,
Honey, you believe in the hereafter? Then you know what I'm here after. Woo!
Gerald got gunned down by a city mob crew. Briar said, blood for blood's what we do. Truman wore a badge, tried to play it straight, but Briar met the mob and a violent fate. Now kinfolk rise with a backwoods roar. Truman's done talking. It's a hillbilly war.